Baldrich's Tomb is a semi-cooperative roguelike board game for 2 to 4 players. The game takes place over the course of 7 levels within a cursed, underground tomb that is constantly being torn apart and put back together. As a result, the locations of everything, from floor to floor, are completely random. Players start at the entrance of the tomb, travel down to the bottom to retrieve a priceless treasure, and then crawl back out again. Along the way, players will encounter myriad traps and monsters, as well as powerful scrolls and a huge supply of treasure. The player who makes it out of the tomb with the most treasure is the winner. At the start of the game, each player is randomly assigned a character card. Each character card contains information such as hit points, pawn color, speed, and an exclusive bonus. Hit points refer to the player's maximum health. Coupled with each character card is an HP card and a red HP marker. As the player takes damage, the marker is moved to a lower number on the card. If the marker moves below 1, then the player dies. Speed refers to the amount of free moves that a player may take each turn. This character, for example, has a speed of 3, so on this player's turn, he or she is able to move his or her pawn up to 3 spaces adjacently in any direction. Players may still move past their speed, but each additional move will cost them 2 treasure points. The pawn color simply refers to the colored pawn that represents each character. Finally, each character has an exclusive bonus that will come in handy over the course of the game. This character, for example, only has to pay 1 treasure point for his first extra move. This is an example of a level in Baldrich's Tomb set up and ready to play. Scattered around the floor of each level are 11 stones, and, hiding underneath these stones, players will find the exit to the next level, as well as a somewhat random assortment of healing fountains, traps, monsters, treasures, and scrolls. Players take turns moving around the level and flipping over these stones to see exactly what lies beneath. The player who reveals the exit receives 1 treasure point. After the exit is found, a player may choose to either continue exploring the level or leave, gaining an additional treasure point and physically removing his or her pawn from the board. After all players have exited the level, the board is reset and the next level begins. If you flip over a stone with a treasure chest underneath, then you draw a treasure card. On each treasure card, you'll see a number ranging from 1 to 3 that indicates the worth of the treasure. After you draw the card and add it to your stash, you may continue the movement phase. If you flip over a stone with a scroll underneath, then you may draw a scroll card. A scroll can be used at almost any time during your turn. Some scrolls can be used to heal your character, while others can be used to damage enemies or even sabotage and steal from other players. Scrolls can also be traded amongst players, either for other scrolls or treasure points. Similar to discovered treasures, you may take any remaining moves that you may have after discovering a scroll. If you flip over a stone that springs a trap, then you draw a trap card. Trap cards contain a variety of negative effects that range from reduced movement to weakness to complete immobility. Unlike treasures and scrolls, if you discover a trap, the movement phase ends immediately, regardless of whether or not any moves remain. So, after you follow the instructions on the trap card, add it to your stash and end your turn. If you flip over a stone and reveal a monster, then you draw a monster card and become engaged in a battle to the death with whatever happens to show up. Battles are simple and easy to understand. They take place in the form of bouts, where you roll 1 die to check if the monster will successfully attack you, and then another die to see if you successfully attack the monster. The conditions for each battle are on each monster card. These bouts continue until the HP of either you or the monster is depleted. If you win, you have a chance to collect treasure points. Then, you add the monster card to your stash and end your turn. If you lose, you die, and the monster card is placed at the bottom of the monster deck. Dying in Baldrich's Tomb means the loss of half of your treasure points, and re-entry into the level. Similar to trap cards, the movement phase ends immediately following the discovery of a monster. If you reveal a healing fountain, then your HP will be completely restored. Unlike any of the other stones in the game, a healing fountain may be used over and over again simply by landing on top of it. This works even in passing. HP is automatically restored at the end of each level for all players, but the monsters present on each stage make healing fountains invaluable. You may take any remaining moves that you may have after discovering a healing fountain. Finally, on the 4th level of the tomb, the talisman token is added in and mixed together with the other 11 stones. When found, the talisman is removed from the board and added to the player's stash. At the end of the game, the talisman is worth 5 treasure points. I hope you've enjoyed this video. For more information, including a link to the official rulebook, look up Baldrich's Tomb on the Game Crafter.